the kitchen, as hungry as you are. Grab your pot, put on your apron. I'll show you how to make it all. Hi guys, Jason Bodine coming at you once again from Gadsden, Alabama. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making a full meal worthy of anything that you'll find in an Italian restaurant. Shrimp Scampi with sides of Fettuccine Alfredo and Asparagus Parmesan. But before we get into that, let me talk to y'all about a little something. My latest YouTube stats are showing that I have 15 subscribers and that a whopping 84% of my views are coming from people who have not yet subscribed. That means that there are a ton of people who are coming to my channel and watching my content without hitting that subscribe button. Some of y'all are doing it a lot. I would like to change that. I would like for y'all to hit that subscribe button for me. Alright, now, before we get into the ingredients, just one more thing. So if y'all stick around to the end of this video, I want to do a little bit of audience participation. And at the end of this video, I'll tell you how. Alright, let's get into the ingredients. Okay guys, now don't let this list of ingredients intimidate you. Remember, we are making 3 dishes tonight for our meal, and a lot of them are using the exact same ingredients, so it's not as much as it looks like. For the asparagus, we are using 1 bundle of fresh asparagus. Do not use canned for this. We are using half a teaspoon of salt, 1/4 cup of butter, and 1/2 cup of Parmesan cheese. For the Alfredo sauce, we are using another 1/4 cup of butter, 1 cup of heavy whipping cream, 1 clove of garlic that we crushed, 1.5 cups of grated Parmesan cheese, and a teaspoon of parsley flakes. And for our main course, the Shrimp Scampi, we are using 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 4 tablespoons of butter, 4 large cloves of garlic crushed, 1 to 1.5 pounds of shrimp, raw. And in this case, we are using shrimp that has already been shelled and deveined with the tail off. Okay, salt and black pepper to taste, 1/4 cup of white wine, 1/2 teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, and 1/4 cup of fresh chopped parsley, or once again in our case, another teaspoon of dried parsley flakes. Alright, let's get started. Okay, now, because this takes the longest to cook, we're going to go ahead and start with the asparagus. What you're going to want to do is wash off your bundle of asparagus and then go and break off all the tough ends first. And then arrange them, as I have here, into a shallow casserole dish. Once you've done that, preheat your oven to 350 degrees, which as you can see we've already done here. Take your 1/2 teaspoon of salt, sprinkle it over the asparagus, and then once your oven is preheated and you've done this, cover with aluminum foil like so. Put in the oven for 25 minutes. Okay, now, while that is doing, we're going to go ahead and start our Alfredo sauce. This takes the least amount of time to cook, and you want to do it first because, oops, that is the wrong eye. I just realized I meant to do the back eye here. You want to do that first because you're going to want to give it a chance to cool off. Alright, now, to do that one, you're going to get your 1/4 of a cup of butter, which I'm going to go ahead and use this spoon again. That got me about 1/4 of a cup out last time. Okay, so I'm going to probably a little more, but that's okay. You're going to melt your butter. And let's see, here it is. We are putting in one, look, I've got to take that off first. 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. Which we will add immediately on the butter being ready. So 1.5 cups of Parmesan cheese. This is going to be an interesting, here we go, here's one that's already opened. Alright, we'll go ahead and measure out 1 cup now, and then another 1/2 cup after we dump this one in. Sit this down. And we will need to crush 1 thing of garlic. Our garlic crusher is right here. I will go ahead and do that, even though that's not completely melted yet, and go ahead and put it in. It will kind of give it a roasted garlic kind of taste to the Alfredo sauce. Excuse me. Okay, now we're just going to kind of stir that a little bit to kind of get it going. Melting a little better. Alright, good. Now, what we're going to do, here's our parsley flakes. And what out here, that's where we'll put it. That's a 2 teaspoons. No, that's a 1 teaspoon. Okay, good. We're going to put our, take that off. We'll put our 1 teaspoon of parsley flakes. another half a cup of Parmesan cheese. This is a 1 cup thing, but we're just going to put like, that looks like about half a cup. Put that in there. That's all of our ingredients for that. Now we're going to get a whisk. We'll worry about picking that up in a minute. Now you see how it's turning into a nice Alfredo sauce. Alright. Okay, now that is done. So now what we're going to do is we're going to just go ahead and turn that eye off and let that be cooling so it can thicken. Okay, we're going to start by turning on our front eye that has the skillet on it. Add 2 tablespoons of butter. Well, here we go. And 2 tablespoons of the olive oil. It's 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons. We're going to let that melt down and then add the shrimp, salt, and black pepper. Let me check and see. Shrimp, salt, and black pepper. And saute for 1 to 2 minutes. Let me go ahead and open up the shrimp. We'll be using this whole entire package. There's my stirring spoon. Alright, now, just like with the Alfredo sauce, I'm going to go ahead and crush the garlic and put it in. As soon as I find where I set the garlic crusher down. Ah, here it is. I love these things. Let's see. It's already smelling good. Alright, we've got our garlic in. And we'll go ahead and here we go. Add our shrimp. Salt. some black pepper. Stir all that in. Remember, we're going to let that saute until it starts to turn pink. Which it has. Alright, now we're going to need a bowl. What did I say? 2 tablespoons of lemon juice? Yes, I did. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get that out right quick. I'm going to go ahead and just turn that off for a second. While I do this, because this will take a minute. And I've got a 1/4 cup of butter in here. You're going to want to go ahead and put it in the microwave for 1 minute to melt it. And where's the other? Okay. Okay. Now, I'm about to find a place to sit this down. Right here will do as good as anywhere, I guess. This will just be for a second. It's hot, not wet. So, okay, now there's nothing there. We're going to get our melted butter, pour it over the asparagus, we're just knocking everything over today, but nothing important. Half a cup, that looks like about right, of Parmesan cheese, which we're just going to sprinkle as best as we can over the asparagus. Okay, we'll put our mitts back on. Pop it back into the oven, uncovered this time, for another 8 minutes. Okay, now, let's see, what have we not added to the shrimp scampi yet? Okay, our red pepper, our parsley flakes, and another 2 tablespoons of butter, and our white wine. Okay, so here we go. That smells good. Let's see. Okay, now 1/4 cup of white wine. Half a teaspoon of the crushed red pepper. Where did I set the dang thing? Spam. You know what? Okay, so well, screw it. Okay. Go ahead and stir that in. Okay. Another 2 tablespoons of butter. So we're going to go ahead and turn this back on because we've got to heat it up to boiling and then turn it down to simmer. And let's see, there was one more ingredient, I believe. We have not added yet. Oh yes, the parsley. The parsley flakes, which I had over here a second ago. Oh, here they are. This will be easier. There. Okay. All right, now. We've heated it up to boiling. We'll turn it down to simmer and let it reduce by about half. I believe that does it, so we'll take it immediately off the heat. That is done too. So now we are going to go ahead and start our noodles. Yes, I got butter on my shirt.
Well, you are Paula Bodina.
Well, this is, like I said before, why you want to wear a shirt that you don't care if it gets dirty while you're doing this. Alright, we're going to start our water boiling. It's going to be the right small element. Alright, now as soon as the asparagus comes out and the noodles are done, it will be time to eat. Alright, the asparagus is officially done. Now we're going to put it into the microwave to keep it warm and away from our food thief, Zelda, whom you've been introduced to before. Turn off the oven. Now we are waiting for the water to boil for the noodles. Once the noodles are done, it will be time to eat, and I will come back and show you the finished product. Alright guys, here's the finished product. Shrimp Scampi with Fettuccine Alfredo and Asparagus Parmesan. A meal fit for any Italian restaurant. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, please click on that like button, and if you want to see notifications of more of my content, hit that subscribe button. Now before I let you go, as I said at the beginning of this video, I want to do a little bit of audience participation. Now you've seen some of my recipes, and I have a lot more than that in my repertoire, but now it's time for me to see some of yours. Send me an email with the subject line Cooking with Jason with your recipes, and if I pick your recipe, I will make it in my next video and will give you full credit. Alright, until next time guys, peace.